Ozzy Osbourne's shocking words about Christianity and the Bible before death. What if, just before his death, the person who was once known as the Prince of Darkness startled everyone with shocking remarks about Christianity and the Bible? Yes, we are referring to the rock icon Ozzy Osbourne, whose life was characterized by unrest, disobedience, and mayhem. However, underneath the celebrity and insanity, Ozzy shared ideas about God, sin, and faith that no one had anticipated. We'll learn about Ozzy's startling remarks against Christianity and the Bible before his death in this video. Number 1. The Prince of Darkness's legacy. Black Sabbath's vocalist, Ozzy Osbourne, made a living by startling people. He was branded an enemy of religion by many because of his actions, which included embracing the grim themes of heavy metal and eating the head off a bat on stage. Critics referred to him as a symbol of rebellion against God, churches denounced him, and parents objected to his music. Ozzy, however, often acknowledged that he was plagued by religious doubts in spite of this image. The Bible and Christianity never left his thoughts, even throughout his most depressing years of drug and alcohol abuse. Number 2. Ozzy's difficult Christianity relationship. Ozzy was surrounded by religion since he was born into a working-class Catholic household in Birmingham, England. He was taught the church's regulations, Jesus' tales, and prayers as a youngster. However, life took him in a different direction. Faith seemed unachievable on a road paved with poverty, violence, addiction, and celebrity. Nevertheless, in an interview, Ozzy stated, "I'm not the devil. I think that God exists. Heaven and hell are real in my opinion. However, I'm still working on it." Number 3. Ozzy's quest and the Bible. The majority of people are unaware that Ozzy read the Bible many times. He said in a rare interview that he often used it when he felt like his life was out of control. The words stuck with him even if he didn't always comprehend them. Ozzy disclosed, "I sometimes read the Bible. Because the things there seem genuine, it frightens me. It resembles a warning." This was unexpected for someone whose identity was based on gloom. He feared and revered the same book that others believed he disparaged. Number 4. A fear of being judged. Ozzy started talking more candidly about his dread of dying as he grew older. "I'm afraid of dying, but more than that, I'm afraid of what comes after," he said. "I pray that God will pardon me." These remarks reveal Ozzy Osbourne's more vulnerable and human side. Fans questioned if the Prince of Darkness had been secretly believing all along after his startling candor. Number 5. Admittance of the power of the Bible. Ozzy once referred to the Bible as the greatest story ever told in a moving statement. He said that even if he was not a perfect Christian, he could not dispute the book's influence on others. "The Bible has power whether you believe it or not," he remarked. "It cannot be disregarded. It is present in all aspects of life." It was surprising to say the least coming from a guy who was accused of blasphemy. Number 6. The conflict between light and darkness. Ozzy often used demon imagery in his songs throughout his career, although he always said in interviews that, "I was never for the devil. I didn't support him." Despite its gloom, his music often served as a warning against evil rather than a celebration of it. Not to celebrate absolute darkness, songs like Black Sabbath were intended to emphasize the fear of coming upon it. Ozzy maintained that he was illustrating the perils of sin when supporters accused him of propagating evil. His remarks therefore made some kind of indirect connection to Christianity. Number 7. Faith and family. Sharon, Ozzy's wife, once disclosed that Ozzy prayed in private. Despite his wild persona, he sometimes prayed to God, particularly in times of illness or family turmoil. His kids also spoke about how Ozzy reminded them that God existed, despite the fact that he was not a churchgoer. According to Jack Osbourne, his father used to tell him, "Don't mess with evil. It's true. Believe me, I have seen it." This demonstrates how Ozzy continued to adhere to certain biblical cautions despite his reputation. Number 8. Startling phrases just before death. Ozzy surprised fans and detractors with remarks he made in his later years. He acknowledged that he felt a great deal of sorrow for some of his previous deeds. He was concerned that his use of ominous images had gone too far. Above all, he admitted, "My belief in God becomes stronger as I age. I'll have to answer for my life even if I don't know everything." Because they depicted a man who was once known as the Prince of Darkness, submitting to the truth of eternity, these statements struck a deep chord. Number 9. The hidden faith of Ozzy Osbourne. Some believe that Ozzy's startling remarks demonstrate his underlying faith. Some people think that his terror was limited to death. However, it is evident that Ozzy never fully disapproved of Christianity. He fought against it, questioned it, and sometimes rejected it, but he was never able to get away from it. His remarks on the Bible demonstrate that faith may grow in even the most improbable individuals. In reality, the man who frightened millions with his music was a man who hoped for compassion and feared God's wrath. Number 10. What we can learn from Ozzy's story. We learn a valuable lesson from Ozzy's startling remarks on Christianity and the Bible before death. They serve as a reminder that religion is not about having a flawless appearance. It's about the conflict between fear and hope, sin and forgiveness, and doubt and belief. It demonstrates that religion can endure even amid the most dire circumstances if Ozzy, the man the world dubbed the Prince of Darkness, was still able to maintain his belief in God. In conclusion, the route that Ozzy Osbourne took was one that was erratic, rebellious, and at times catastrophic. His shocking comments about Christianity and the Bible, on the other hand, finally revealed a man who feared God, cherished the Bible, and asked for forgiveness. This story serves as a reminder that the truths found in the Bible may still have an effect on a person's heart, regardless of how far away they seem to be from the Christian faith. Remember that the next time you think of Ozzy Osbourne, you shouldn't only think of the darkness. Remember the man who said just before he passed away that even he was unable to escape the power of the Bible and the truth of God. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more.